Have you ever wondered if you're truly living or just existing? At 80 years old, I've asked myself this question more times than I care to count. And now, I'm asking you. Hello there. If you're watching this, chances are you've lived through more than a few decades of change, growth, and probably more challenges than you'd care to admit. Maybe you've worked hard, raised families, built careers, and chased the milestones that life so often dangles in front of us. But now, as you find yourself in what I like to call the golden chapters of life, I want to share a message that I believe is not just important, but crucial. 1. Do less. When I say do less, I'm not talking about giving up or resigning from life. Far from it. I'm talking about choosing carefully where you spend your energy. At this stage in life, you've likely realized that time is your most precious asset. The world has often told us to work hard, accumulate wealth, and achieve status. But is that really the smartest strategy now? I remember when I was 60, still caught up in the rat race. I was working 50-hour weeks, constantly checking emails, always on. One day, my granddaughter asked me to come to her school play. I said I was too busy. That moment haunts me to this day. Don't make my mistake. It's time to redefine what success means. For so many of us, we were conditioned to believe that happiness comes from accumulation of wealth, possessions, or achievements. Yet as we age, it becomes crystal clear that happiness is not something we can buy or earn through work alone. It's something we nurture by focusing on what truly brings us joy. Take a moment, right now. Ask yourself, what do you want less of in your life? Less stress, less obligation, less noise. In the quiet moments of reflection, many of us realize that freedom, not accumulation, is what brings lasting happiness. Freedom from the rat race, from endless commitments, from doing things we no longer find meaningful. The art of doing less is about quality, not quantity. It's about choosing activities that align with your values and bring you genuine satisfaction. Maybe it's spending more time in nature, dedicating yourself to a hobby you've always loved, or simply enjoying unhurried conversations with friends and family. Remember, every yes you say to one thing is a no to something else. Choose your yeses wisely. Your time and energy are finite resources. Invest them in what truly matters to you. 2. Value time. In our society, money has often been equated with value. It's easy to forget that money is not the only currency, and certainly not the most important one at this stage of life. We've spent decades earning, saving, and planning for the future. But what happens when that future arrives? I remember the day I realized this. I was 70, sitting on a beach in Florida. I had the house, the car, the retirement fund. But as I watched the sunset, I felt empty. All that money couldn't buy me more time to spend with my late wife, or to mend the relationships I'd neglected while chasing success. If you ask yourself what you truly value now, it might not be the size of your bank account or the things you own, but rather the time you have left. The ability to spend time with loved ones, enjoy simple pleasures, and savor the small moments becomes more valuable than any paycheck or pension. I'm not saying money isn't important. It certainly plays a role in providing security. But after a certain point, adding more zeros to your account won't buy you more happiness. If your basic needs are met, the question becomes, what will you do with your time at this stage? Start thinking of time as your most precious currency. How are you spending it? Are you investing it in experiences that bring you joy and fulfillment? Are you using it to deepen your relationships, to learn new things, to make a difference in your community? Remember, unlike money, time can't be earned back or saved for later. Each day is a non-renewable resource. Use it wisely. Spend it on what truly matters to you. Create memories, not regrets. 3. Redefine work. For decades, most of us have been told that hard work is the only way to achieve success and happiness. But now, many of us are realizing that more work doesn't necessarily lead to more life. If anything, it can take us away from the things that truly matter. Maybe you've retired, or maybe you're considering stepping back from the grind. Either way, this is the perfect time to reconsider what work means to you. Work, in many ways, has been the focal point of our lives. But life after work offers a new kind of freedom, one where you get to choose how to spend your days. I remember the first year after I retired. I felt lost, purposeless. Society had conditioned me to equate my worth with my work. But then I started volunteering at a local animal shelter. The joy I felt when helping those animals was more fulfilling than any corporate achievement I'd ever had. Ask yourself, what commitments can I let go of? What activities or obligations no longer serve my happiness or well-being? And more importantly, what would I like to do more of? Redefining work doesn't mean you stop being productive or contributing to society. It means finding work that aligns with your values and brings you satisfaction. This could be volunteering, mentoring, pursuing a hobby, or even starting a small business doing something you love. Remember, work in this stage of life is not about climbing the corporate ladder or accumulating more wealth. It's about finding purpose, staying engaged, and contributing in ways that are meaningful to you. It's about using your skills and experiences in ways that bring you joy and make a positive impact on others. Don't be afraid to explore new areas. Take that art class you've always been interested in. Learn a new language. Start that blog you've been thinking about. The beauty of this stage is that you have the freedom to reinvent yourself and your relationship with work. 4. Simplify. We often think that the answer to life's challenges is to add more. More possessions, more commitments, more accomplishments. But what if the real answer is to subtract instead? Now that you're in the later stages of life, it's worth reflecting on all the things that take up your time and energy. Which of them truly add value, and which ones are simply habits or expectations imposed by society? I learned this lesson the hard way. At 75, I was still trying to keep up with every new technology, join every club, and attend every social event. I was exhausted and unfulfilled. It wasn't until I started saying no that I found true contentment. There is a powerful freedom in realizing that you don't have to do it all. You don't have to fill every moment with tasks, responsibilities, or obligations. Instead, focus on what makes you feel alive. Simplifying your life, paring down your obligations, and subtracting the unnecessary opens up space for joy. Start with your physical space. Do you really need all the things you've accumulated over the years? Consider downsizing. Not just your home, but your possessions. Keep what brings you joy or serves a purpose, and let go of the rest. You might be surprised at how liberating it feels to have less stuff to manage and maintain. Then, look at your commitments. Are there obligations you've taken on out of habit or a sense of duty, but which no longer bring you satisfaction? It's okay to step back from these. Your time and energy are precious. Use them for what truly matters to you. Simplify your routines. Do you need to watch the news 3 times a day? Do you need to check your email every hour? Create routines that support your well-being and eliminate those that create unnecessary stress. Remember, simplifying isn't about deprivation. It's about making room for what's truly important. It's about creating space in your life for peace, joy, and meaningful experiences. 5. Embrace joy. At this age, the things that bring joy are often the simplest. Time with loved ones, a quiet cup of coffee, the sound of birds in the morning. These things, unlike material wealth, don't cost anything, but they enrich your life in ways that money can't. We live in a world that's obsessed with more success, more stuff, more status. But the truth is, as we age, many of us find joy in less. Less distraction, less noise, less pressure. We find peace in the moments of quiet, in the simple pleasures that we may have overlooked in our younger years. I remember the day I rediscovered the joy of reading. I had always been too busy to sit down with a good book. But one rainy afternoon, I picked up an old favorite and lost myself in its pages. It was a moment of pure contentment that no expensive vacation or fancy dinner could match. Joy is not something to be pursued or achieved. It's something to be noticed and appreciated in the present moment. It's in the taste of your morning coffee, the warmth of sunlight on your face, the laughter shared with a friend. Make a conscious effort to notice these moments of joy in your daily life. Keep a joy journal. At the end of each day, write down 3 things that brought you joy. This practice not only helps you appreciate the good in your life, but also trains your brain to notice more positive experiences. Create opportunities for joy. Plan activities that you know will bring you happiness. It could be as simple as a weekly walk in nature, a regular game night with friends, or setting aside time each day for a hobby you love. Remember, joy is contagious. When you embrace joy in your own life, you spread it to those around you. You become a beacon of positivity, inspiring others to find joy in their lives too. 6. Be yourself. If there's one lesson that becomes clearer with age, it's this: what others think of you doesn't matter. When you're younger, it's easy to get caught up in the opinions and expectations of those around you. But with time, you start to realize that their opinions are just that, opinions. I spent far too many years worrying about what others thought of me, my career choices, my hobbies, even the car I drove. It wasn't until my late 60s that I finally embraced the freedom to be truly myself. And let me tell you, it was liberating. Whether it's the way you look, the choices you make, or the lifestyle you choose, you don't owe anyone an explanation. This is your life, and you've earned the right to live it on your own terms. Stop worrying about what others think. Embrace your freedom to be yourself. Being yourself means being honest about what you want and need. It means setting boundaries and saying no to things that don't align with your values or bring you joy. It means pursuing your interests without worrying if they're age-appropriate or what others might think. Maybe you've always wanted to learn to play the guitar, but thought you were too old. Or perhaps you want to start wearing more colorful clothes, but worried about standing out. Now is the time to do these things. Express yourself freely. Pursue your passions unapologetically. Remember, authenticity is attractive at any age. When you're true to yourself, you inspire others to do the same. You become a role model for living life on your own terms. Embrace your quirks, your unique perspective, your hard-earned wisdom. These are what make you, you. And there's immense power and freedom in fully embracing and expressing who you are. 7th, let go. As we grow older, one of the most challenging lessons to learn is the art of letting go, especially letting go of the future we envisioned in our younger years. Many of us have spent decades planning, preparing, and saving for a perfect future that may not have unfolded exactly as we hoped. But here's the truth. Life rarely goes according to plan, and that's okay. I had my whole retirement mapped out. Travel the world, write a book, maybe start a small business. Then life threw me a curveball. Health issues, family needs, economic changes. My carefully laid plans went out the window. It was frustrating at first, but then I learned to embrace the uncertainty. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means accepting what is and being open to what could be. It's about releasing our grip on how we think things should be and embracing how they are. Start by letting go of regrets. We all have things we wish we'd done differently. But dwelling on past mistakes or missed opportunities only robs us of present joy. Acknowledge your regrets, learn from them, and then let them go. Let go of grudges and resentments. Holding on to anger only hurts you in the long run. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or condoning hurtful actions. It means freeing yourself from the burden of carrying that hurt. Let go of the need for control. Life is inherently unpredictable. Instead of trying to control every outcome, focus on how you respond to what life brings. Cultivate resilience and adaptability. Remember, letting go creates space for new experiences and opportunities. It opens us up to the beauty and potential of the present moment. It allows us to approach life with curiosity and openness rather than rigid expectations. 8. Practice gratitude. One of the most powerful shifts we can make in later life is to embrace gratitude. As we age, it's easy to fall into the trap of focusing on what we've lost: youth, certain abilities, perhaps even loved ones. But equally important is recognizing all that we still have. Gratitude is more than just a feel-good emotion. It's a practice that can transform the way we experience life. I learned this lesson in my mid-70s, after a health scare that left me hospitalized for weeks. As I recovered, I started to appreciate things I had taken for granted. The ability to walk, to breathe without pain, to see the faces of my loved ones. When we take time each day to reflect on the things we're thankful for, no matter how small, it helps to shift our focus from what's missing to what's present. Maybe it's the warmth of the morning sun, the laughter of grandchildren, or simply the fact that we're still able to take a walk and feel the breeze on our face. These small moments are the threads that weave together a life of joy. Start a gratitude practice. Each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. In fact, focusing on small, everyday blessings can be even more powerful. The taste of your favorite food, a kind word from a stranger, a beautiful sunset. Practice gratitude in your interactions with others. Express appreciation for the people in your life. Tell them what they mean to you. Not only does this strengthen your relationships, but it also increases your own sense of well-being. Remember, gratitude doesn't mean ignoring life's challenges. It's about finding the good even in difficult situations. It's about choosing to focus on what we have rather than what we lack. Cultivating gratitude can lead to greater happiness, improved health, better sleep, and stronger relationships. It's a simple practice with profound effects. 9. Find purpose. As we journey through life, especially after years of building careers, raising families, and achieving milestones, many of us reach a point where we wonder, what is my purpose now? In earlier stages, purpose often seemed tied to big achievements, career success, personal accolades, or fulfilling familial roles. But in this stage of life, purpose doesn't have to come from grand accomplishments. It can be found in the simple, everyday actions, in the way we live our lives and connect with others. I remember feeling lost after retirement, wondering if I still had value to offer the world. It wasn't until I started mentoring young entrepreneurs at a local community center that I rediscovered my sense of purpose. Sharing my experiences, both successes and failures, gave me a renewed sense of meaning. Purpose is about the meaning you create each day. Maybe it's spending time with loved ones, offering wisdom and guidance to the younger generation. Or perhaps it's simply finding joy in your hobbies, your passions, and your personal growth. Don't be mistaken. Even if you're no longer in the workforce, your life still holds immense value and purpose. You have decades of experience, insight, and stories that can benefit others. Whether you share that through volunteer work, mentoring, or simply being present for those you care about, your impact is felt. Consider what issues or causes you care deeply about. Is there a way you can contribute to these causes? Maybe it's through volunteering, advocacy, or even starting a small initiative in your community. Your life experiences and wisdom can be invaluable in making a difference. Remember, purpose doesn't have to be grand or world-changing. It can be as simple as being a loving grandparent, a supportive friend, or a guardian of family traditions. It's about finding meaning in your daily actions and interactions. In this chapter of life, purpose is less about doing and more about being. Being present, being kind, being wise, and being open to whatever life brings next. This stage is not about rushing to achieve, but about savoring the richness of the journey. Each day holds the opportunity for connection, growth, and joy. It's not about how much you do, but about the quality of the moments you experience. Take time to reflect on what gives your life meaning. What values do you want to embody? What legacy do you want to leave? Your purpose might evolve and change over time, and that's okay. The important thing is to stay engaged with life, to keep learning, growing, and contributing in ways that feel meaningful to you. Remember, you are not defined by your past achievements or roles. You have the freedom to redefine your purpose at any time. Embrace this opportunity to shape your life in a way that feels authentic and fulfilling to you. Don't waste these precious years trying to relive your past or chasing after things that no longer serve you. Instead, embrace the wisdom you've gained, the experiences you've had, and the person you've become. Your life is a beautiful tapestry of moments, choices, and experiences. Now is the time to add the golden threads, the moments of joy, peace, and contentment that come from truly living, not just existing. Remember, at the end of the day, it's not about how much we did, but how deeply we lived. So go forth and live deeply, love fully, and savor every moment of this beautiful stage of life. You've earned it. Thank you for watching this video. If you found value in these insights, please consider subscribing to our channel. Your support helps us continue creating content that can make a difference in people's lives. And we'd love to hear from you. What resonated with you the most? What challenges are you facing in this stage of life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your experiences and insights could be just what another viewer needs to hear. Remember, we're all on this journey together. By sharing our stories and supporting each other, we can make these golden years truly shine. Until next time, take care, and don't forget to truly live every day.